What's good, everyone? This is Mikerotastraphy here, and I know it's been a long minute since I uploaded any videos. It's been a very busy past few months, to say the very least. But I definitely just want to get a video out to you guys today. Just kind of talk about a couple of things. This is not like a direct guide video or tips and tricks about Marvel Rivals. This is just basically like a quick update of what's been going on with my personal life, what my plans are for the future of this channel, and basically what my intentions are, what I'm going to be doing in terms of making videos for the future. Now, granted in mind, I'm still going to be making videos for Marvel Rivals. It just probably won't be as much, and it'll be slightly different take on, what I want to make for Marvel Rivals. But also at the same time, I might be pivoting to making content videos for another video game I'll be talking about in a little bit. But before I get into that, I just want to give a quick update. So the last video I uploaded was basically around June or before June. Granted in mind, I'm not going to be cutting out any type of like blurbs or anything. So this is going to be like my raw take. You're going to hear every pause, every whatever. This is just going off the top of my head. So this video is not going to be structured in any ways, but I just want to get that out there before I continue. But back in June, long story short, if you guys haven't noticed, I made a post saying that I was closing a deal on a new house for my wife and I and our kids. Also, at the same time, our third kid was about to be born in July, which did happen. I did make a post about that too. And it was a tremendous milestone. However, it was a huge milestone that was very difficult to accomplish both at the same time. And that's pretty much just stripped any type of free time I had, from my life in terms of playing video games, making content videos, things like that, because I had to take care of my own priorities first. But now that, a few months went by, we got settled into our new home here. It's very lovely. We got things unpacked. I got my very own office room set up so I can work during the day without the hassle of the kids bugging through my stuff. But also, I actually have my own recording equipment set up so I can just pick up on the fly, record what I want to record, and I have my studio set up to edit my videos, any free time I do have. But also at the same time, I was also on paternity leave as well because, my third son was born in July 2nd. So I took the past couple of months to just be a father. Didn't worry much about making content videos, got to spend time with my kids, get into the new lifestyle of dealing with 3 kids now instead of 2, and everything so forth. Now that I'm off of paternity leave, my oldest child is about to start their school year in a couple of days, and life will hopefully get somewhat back to normal. I'll start to have more free time to start making content videos, doing recordings, jot down ideas of what type of videos I want to make, and continue to grow my YouTube channel so that I can build a community of like-minded gamers to progress further in their competitive ranked journey, whether it's through Marvel Rivals or through other video games, based off the topics and the value that I give. With that being said, I want to talk about the future of my YouTube channel. So I started this YouTube channel originally last year or last November or so to basically get things geared up for the release of Marvel Rivals, and that actually has really good success. I managed to get half of 1,000 subscribers, which I'm still very thankful for you guys to showing me the love and support with the videos I've been putting out to you guys, and I appreciate all the feedback you guys have been giving me, regardless if it's been good or bad. I do take time to read them. I do appreciate it. And my goal personally for this year was to try to hit 1,000 subscribers and reach that hours watch threshold so that my YouTube channel could be part of the YouTube program and start getting monetized based off the videos that I do make in the future. That's still my main goal that I still wanted to accomplish. It's only September, so I still have some time to try to make it happen. Worst case scenario, if I don't get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, I know I'll definitely be able to hit that threshold by next year, especially the early of next year. So I'm not too worried about it. I just got to keep trucking along. But with that being said, during my time of being on paternity leave, I did kind of hit that realization that, a part of me do want to start making videos and covering content of other video games that I do like to play. And one of the video games I've always, grown up playing with me and my brother has always been Pokemon, since day one. You as a little kid, I got the luck of the draw of picking out Pokemon Blue, from an Easter egg basket. And from then on, I just been so addicted to the Pokemon franchise, growing up throughout the years. I played all the generations except for one, which was the Sun and Moon era, which is totally fine. But in doing so, I've always stayed up to date of what's been going on in the Pokemon franchise in terms of movie, merchandise, but also more importantly, the video game. However, one of the dreams I've always had of wanting to do, growing up as a kid was to start participating more competitively and doing the VGC Pokemon tournaments. And when I originally, shifted away from my music production hobby and started doing YouTube channel content, it was still one of the things I wanted to try to do a few years ago. I just never did it. I got a capture card. I had a Nintendo Switch, completed Scarlet and Violet, started building some of my teams of what I wanted to do for competitive play. And I even got to Master Ball rank, on the first season of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet too, which was a huge accomplishment. It kind of gave the notion that I was doing something right. But for whatever reason, a few years ago, I just stopped playing Pokemon. And it's always been the same song and dance for me for most of the generations where like I would get so close to start playing very competitively, but then I would just stop, whether it's because of a life event that happened or my interest kind of shifted elsewhere in other places of my life, whether it's, playing another video game or dealing with something much more important. But sitting here now talking to you guys, I pretty much accomplished almost all of the major milestones that I really want to accomplish in my life right now. And I'm just now in my 30s, early 30s. I got a new house, which my wife and I agree is going to be our forever house. So we're going to stay here for at least a couple of decades or so. So we're not moving anytime soon. We are done having kids, and I'm pretty much ready to live the boring life for a while. So in turn, that basically gives me the opportunity to start having more free time to do whatever I want to do. So I really started thinking about it as like I really want to actually start playing competitively in the Pokemon field. So I want to use this YouTube channel to basically record my journey of my competitive ranks. Basically, kind of like how I was recording my road to rank journey in Marvel Rivals. And, a couple seasons ago, I recorded my journey of how I got up to Grandmaster back in season 1 and season 2. But I did my road to rank journey on Marvel Rivals. So I want to do the same for Pokemon. And I think I'm just going to focus doing my RTR series, focus on competitive Pokemon VGC, but I still want to make content videos talking about Marvel Rivals and Pokemon at the same time. And the reason being is because me growing up being a gamer, there's a lot of things you can learn from other platforms. So, for instance, if you want to be competitive in Marvel Rivals, there's certain topics and information that you can learn a thing or two in the Pokemon world, and vice versa. If you want to get better as a Pokemon trainer and better in tournaments, there's certain information and tips and tricks that you can actually learn from Marvel Rivals. And that's something that I want to bridge the gap between both worlds. And I think I know different ways of how I can do that. I already have one video concept in mind that I'm about to release after this video, so stay tuned for that. But that is my main game plan. I want to have this channel to be a dual hybrid gaming channel that talks about, Marvel Rivals or any other video game that I like to play, but also having Pokemon and the competitive world of Pokemon be the central focus of what I want to build my content around. And I think I'm just going to do that going forward. So if you guys want to stay tuned and see how this channel unfolds, just make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you can stay up to date with any updates and new videos that I may post in the future. But if you feel like, hey, I just don't want to learn anything new, I just want any and all Marvel Rivals content, that's totally okay by me. You can unsubscribe, no hard feelings. But I just want to let you guys know where my vision is shifting to in the future. So, like I said, this is a very scuffed video, but I did just want to kind of have this be as real as it can be with no edits or cuts in between. So you can hear what I'm trying to say, you can hear my thought process, and hopefully I got my message across of like what I want to do for the future. So I thank you guys for sitting down on this 10 some odd minute video with me. I'll talk to you guys later and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.